Certainly, my name's Fred Hanh. I'm the president of CUPE Ontario. And when I saw this event on Facebook, I reached out to the organizers and asked them if they might need any help, and immediately started to talk to the members of our union about organizing to be here, because it's incredibly important for us to stand in solidarity with the millions of people south of the border who are fighting this injustice, and for us to say clearly here in Canada that we are not only against this xenophobic, racist policy in the United States, but that we call on our government in Canada to do better too. Well, look, if Justin Trudeau and the Liberals can find billions of dollars to buy a 30-year-old leaking pipeline, then by God, they should be able to find money to put safe, clean drinking water in every Indigenous community, make sure that there's housing and education and healthcare for our First Peoples, actually open our borders, make sure that there's real housing for newcomers and immigrants. We should be a refuge, we should be a sanctuary in Canada, and as particularly when we're next door to a country behaving in the way that the United States is behaving. It does happen here, and we are used to being sort of smug in Canada, feeling like we're, better, somehow more just than our neighbors to the south. But the truth of the matter is that we have a long colonialist history, that there are still Indigenous children being ripped from their families in Canada, that there are still migrants being treated unjustly here. The truth of the matter is that borders don't matter. Not for the working class. No one is illegal. We know this to be true, but we also know that too many of our friends and neighbors and family members have been poisoned by racism and xenophobia, and part of our job is to be the antidote to that poison, to work with them, to make them understand that in a modern, progressive, wealthy country like Canada, we should be a haven. We should open our borders. Immigration has only ever built our country. I am the son of an immigrant, as are many people in our membership and in this city and across our country. And so we know that immigration actually builds our communities. We know that refugees actually contribute more to the economy. We have to tell the truth, fight against these lies, and push our government to do what we know they must. Don't believe the lies you hear. It's too easy when you're soaking in a vat of poison to absorb it. Pull yourself out. Think about the reality that your neighbors are immigrants, that the people who built this country are newcomers, that we are vast, that we have so much room and space, that we have wealth here, the likes of which most people in the world could only imagine, and that by bringing more people here, by welcoming them into our communities, we only make our country stronger, and that they must be part of working with us to do it, because no government will ever do this unless people come together to push them to do the right thing. I'm not a parent, but I know many parents. The cries of children, you can't not hear those and not be affected by them. So it is emotional, but it also engenders a real anger in me. We've been through this before in the world. We cannot go through it again. And so it's why I'm so proud to be here today, and it's why the people who are here today represent hundreds of thousands of others who are supportive of this work. And our job is to keep building with each other, to show that love will win over this kind of hate, and that we can have a better and different world. And those images must spur us to action. To the people in power in America, I would say, if you have power, then you are obliged to use it for the good of people. If you are a Republican who is blocking any attempt to end this, then your days are numbered. The real power is with people in America. And we are seeing millions rise up. We are seeing a movement led by women and diverse people who are finally saying, we are not going to allow this to happen in our country or anywhere. They have a battle there, just like we have one here. They call it a struggle for a reason. But we can make a difference, and we can change policy, and we can make our world a better place. It just takes believing that we can and being in solidarity with others. They should know they have solidarity from Canadian trade unions, from Canadian progressives, from folks working in immigrant and refugee aid organizations here. They should know and feel the power of our solidarity, because they're going to need that power in the fight they're in America.